Hee 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 hee. And welcome to PrisciTV. This day 2 of the week. No music then. Lololo. Hi Onolith. Hello Ace. Lolololol. Wait, I'm looking for something.
Wow.
Can we have more smooth jazz, please?
No. Denied. Lololo. Onolith, thanks you so much. No more jazz allowed. On this channel. Now just white noise. Hi voice. Hi Darth. Hi Doc. Hi Moppy. It's nice to see y'all too. Hello Mello. Hi Mad Jack. Lololo, no, we can have Jazz back is not voice fault. Is just that still not Valentine's. Lol. Now the second day of the week sounds like white noise. Lololol. Hello, lemonade. Hi, Gooseco. Hi, Dark KSU. Drone music. There's no drone music. Is hue time Lololo high gems. OMG, I think I just found a playlist. Look at the video. Finally, laser gun music. I kinda like it. You're doing inventory, Pav. Kinda vibing though. My brodas, how y'all doing on this BB Bop day? Enough we might get aliens on the house with those sounds. Lola lololo. Made me remember the movie. Had things to do but didn't do misbehaving. Lololo, that's okay, hope you can rest soon. OMG moppy, migraine is no joke. Hope we're okay now. Tomorrow will be better. Totally, for everyone. I will use my vampire powers to send good day energy to everyone. Hell yeah. Oxnarf, thanks for the follow. Moppy was vibing too, lolalol. The drone music, hell yeah. No Mons Sky, enjoy. I kinda love the lore behind the game. It always surprises me. But now the game is cool AF. Onolith can stop when he wants to. Lolo. Warframe. My brodas today, well, let's start with my yesterday, it kinda suck. On night, since I was not looking for bugs anymore, it was all cool. But I noticed more when I saw M again. I started crying and mom and nurse chill me out. Cause I don't know why I feel lots of stuff when I saw Em again. But anyways. Mom message again the service. Palette have a good night. Mindustry. What's about? Damn Lemonade played too. They will come tomorrow but visit not for the fumigation. But yeah, I think the service will be free, I hope so. I asked that to mom since most of services told her that if not dead they will come again. For free. But she told me that they haven't speak more than they will come tomorrow. So yeah. I also not fear the fleas anymore. Mom grab Em with tape. And I do the same when I see Em on bed or me. And yeah, that had been very useful. To grab Em without them scapping. To grab Em without them escaping. We are gamers after all, damn, and cool. Prisci double damn. Yeah, I read on Reddit lol cuz I searched more about fleas and stuff. I wanted to read how people getting rid of Em. And most took its time. I am a lil bruh cuz is not hard but it takes several times. Cuz the eggs. I really hope this time they are gone forever. Voice with a second fumigate. Yeah, they are being taped. Like they can't escape. Hooey. But yeah, my brodas, this will get done, and sorry about the hype of they all dead and them still being here. I hope this time is for real and they all dead. I was mega sad cuz it. I told mom crying about that I don't want y'all to be angry or something. Mom told me that is okay and that y'all probably not angry, and then I broke and cried more cuz I am mega sentimental. Sometimes I cry for dumb stuff and now I feel kinda lol cuz it. But again, thanks for the support and sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't expect me to Expect M to still be here. Is totally better than last time though. Is not like last time, I can tell is less. But still around, so yeah. Bug aso Bugs are so awe. But again, I'm the only bloodsucker allowed on this place, so I will not give up. Also sorry for crying, I will stay stronga. Stronga.
Wow.
Kill bug, protect vampire.
Yeah, house spiders, I know they eat the bugs, also lizards. House lizards. Carlos, thanks you so much, thanks. My brodas, thanks a lot. I had never seen one moppy.
Lizard, lizard, lizard.
OMG lizard. Ace, thanks you for the bits. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Lololol.
Lizard,
name.
lizard, lizard.
What a name. Onolith, thanks you so much. Retaking and reading, I don't want to never see a house centipede. Centipede. I had seen alacrins. I had seen scorpions. That's really usual. Here I don't know if the climate or what's up, but it's a common thing to find. Frustration tears, yeah, it can be. I don't know how to explain how I felt when I saw him. I just cried dumb. Then mom nurse and y'all chill me.
El alacrán. Lolol. Huehuehuegueu. Euyeu.
Heu 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 heu. Hoya heu 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 heu. Everyone doing the lizard, OMG. OMG, proxy doing the lizard. That emote is so cute. How can I make the TTS feel evil? While saying heu 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 heu. Lola lol gems. OMG. Lolo.
Oui, 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 oui. You, 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 you.
You. Oi foi io. What?
What? No, wait, that's the way it says it. There's no French male TTS, is only Italian. The French is a lady. Tips fedora. Lolo. Exotic languages. Let's chill a lil, we getting too crazy here.
Oi foi io.
Huu. German lady, ulalala. OMG. OMG, wie süß.
They have a butterfly letter. It looks like a butterfly. Yeah, that one voice.
Kavi desne. Kawai desu ne. Mau mau kyun. Hu 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 hu. Lolo lolo lol. Prisci.
That's how it sounds.
Hatsune Miku is my wife. I will marry her. And you will not stop me.
Let's see how kawaii desu ne sounds.
Kawaii desun. Kawaii desune. Kawaii desune.
Bro, that's so French. Lololo. OMG, the art channel, I will. Dude, that bug scared me for real, lolololo. The first illustration. My broda again, thanks a lot for the art, you are crazy. The saga continues. No way, lolololol. My broda's another language that we gotta try, be kawaii desu ne.
Kawaii desu ni.
Kawaii desu ne.
I like it. I like her. And she is just a voice. Bro, for real, my simp levels are too high. Can't fall in love with an TTS. Lolololo. Prisump lolololo. Yeah, that's me for real. Waifu, I see or hear, I pray, and yeah, hope for the best. That's life. Lololol. Tips his fedora. Wait, you want the simp title? You will have to fight me for it. Square up. Men, this one scared me when I open it. Yolalolol. The bug looks truly Machiavellian. Like hue 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 hue. OMG lolalol, no, only one person wants to fight me. Don't tell me I didn't warn y'all. Lololo.
Italiano TTS. Yue. You. Oi foi you. Fight me the most simp, my name is Prisimp. Y'all will not win. Ooh. Oh. Jujui. Jujutsu no Kaisen. Lololo.
Lolalolo. Square Enot, nah bruh, the disrespect. Lololo. Berserk? Yeah, I like the brush used. Me attacking with spaghetti. The spaghetti song. Bro, not the red fury on the back. Can't wait to kill Al Tahi. The Red Menace always wins. My broda's talking about the Red Menace. How about a menacing video? Menace, menace, menace.
Menace, menace, menace.
Menace, menace, menace.
They call me Ms. Worldwide for something. They stream. This stream have multi-audio. Lololo. For each language. Lolol. Damn, I Google it. Wildlore Red Menace. But yeah, is not the same. I am just Prisci. My hair is red. Nothing more. Lolol. My brodas, yesterday I wanted to see also this vid, but now is the time. Is from a channel we already saw, was fun. This time is GTA 5's cults are really funny. We got GT5 cults before GT6. Thanks for sending David and for being here. Get cozy and let's start.
Faith is a strange concept. Hoping for something that could be, or believing in something that's not right in front of you. A lot of people would call that foolish. Especially if that faith leads you to walk around the desert with the doohickey 3000 in hand. But having something to believe in.
Totally me.
That's bigger than yourself. A North Star to follow. Even if it seems strange, it can lead you to incredible things.
What's up, bro? I'm God. Give me $5,000.
Or cults. Sometimes it's cults.
There are 3 cults that you can find.
There's no way is like that. Lol. Hey to welcome.
Find across GTA 5, and that's one of them. It's actually the main one, called the Epsilon program. It's a play on Scientology, you know, with the celebrities and the money laundering and the way too symmetrical faces. Tom Cruise, I love you in your center tooth. But the other 2 cults in GTA 5 are less present in the world, but still just as ridiculous. Like, for example, the altruists, who are just a group of old guys who get naked. What is it about being old that makes you more naked? I've been going to the gym more lately, and the old guys in the locker room just walk around like a cowboy walking into a saloon. They just let it swing. I have been combing over every little detail in these different cult encounters to see if I could find something that maybe other people missed, and I am starting to feel insane trying to connect all these little dots together. There's just things that don't make sense, like the Epsilon program being mentioned in technically different universes, and also that there's a time traveler in Red Dead Redemption 2 that might be the Epsilon program's god. There's just a lot of confusing information here, and the only way to really parse through it is to join the Epsilon program for yourself. Now, joining the organization is pretty easy. It's not exactly a secret. If you go to West Vinewood, towards the richer part of the city, you can find this billboard of a beady-eyed man pointing directly at you. They literally take out advertisements for their cult, which is an insane idea that you would never think could happen in real life. But they actually already do that a lot. There are a ton of billboards for Scientology out here in Los Angeles, California. And there's also a big-ass building. I couldn't find the billboards, but I found the building. And then there's another billboard nearby that says boy smell on it, for just in case you want to smell like a boy. I wanted to go and look around in the building to see if I could find anything in there that might pertain to this, but I got scared. And now I will go to Del Taco. Please now continue with the video. Now on the billboard, they have a URL for the Epsilon program's website. Now going onto the website, as either Franklin or Trevor will tell you pretty much all you need to know about this organization, because neither of them are able to join. It'll show them a message that says your IP has been labeled as unsavable, which is the crazy.
WTF lolololo. Lol.
Lolololololo.
Show them a message that says your IP has been labeled as unsavable, which is the craziest way to call someone broke I've ever seen in my life. Imagine if you died and went to heaven and God was sitting there with a big list. You think he's about to ask you about your life and all the deeds that you did, but really he just reads off your credit score of 550 and sends you direct to hell. At least now you can take out a 5,000-year loan with Satan on a new Nissan Altima. I own a Nissan Altima. It's like being in hell. You can only actually join this cult as Michael, and before you do, it's gonna ask you some real crucial questions, just some soul-searching stuff, like, do you have red hair? Real important. Or do you have the endurance to lay with 9 partners a week? Can you easily ignore your
I have red hair.
entire family for a new group of friends? And most importantly, do your checks clear? Obviously, a lot of this is meant to be a joke, but there are some little clues here that may lead to something more later. Like, for instance, there's 2 questions about whether you have red hair or a birthmark on your eye. The Epsilon program members talk about hating people with red hair just kind of offhandedly throughout the game, but they also believe
OMG. Dinosaurs are a lie. You are happy, you just don't know it. Lolo.
talk about hating people with red hair just kind of offhandedly throughout the game, but they also believe that having a birthmark over your eye is like makes you their god, or like the same species as their god, or something like that. I don't know, they're not exactly clear about all this stuff, but in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can do a quest where you come across this
Hi ZVJ.
guy who speaks with an accent that is unheard of in this time period.
Hey, can I ask you a strange question? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the level.
I don't have a clue what you just said.
And you help him with this mural that kind of depicts him traveling through time. He's a time traveler. At least that's what the game is trying to get across. Because at the end of the quest, you meet his mom, who's holding him as a baby, and they have the birthmark on the eye to indicate that that's him. He has specifically both the red hair and the birthmark on his eye. Coincidence? Do you think so? Maybe. I don't know. It's getting hard to tell at this point. I kind of feel like I'm going insane. But it could be something. It could be something. Just hear me out. We'll talk about this more later after we have a little bit more context. But for now, at the bottom of the website, you can find a paragraph. It says, travel through the dawn to the past pictured in our brochure. Look for a red truck with a dent on the right fender. Raise your left hand and recite these words.
Take me to my father, brother, uncle, Kiflam.
Oh, peace, brother.
Kiflam.
Oh, really? Oh!
Yeah, after you go out there and say all that stuff, some people come out of nowhere and beat the absolute dog shit out of you. Just, there's no holding back, really. And then you wake up in a field a little bit later and there's a guy on a speaker that's asking you for money.
But first, it'll be $500, please.
So they beat the shit out of you and then they charge you for it. Now, obviously, after all that, I'm in. I send them the money. I'm ready to go. So after this, you gotta send them $500, and then the Epsilon program missions will be fully unlocked in your game. It's just like any other mission. You drive to the logo on the map and you start it. First one took me to this dingy little warehouse space, and that is where I met Marnie.
Kiflam, you have come this far, but the journey has only just begun.
She's the main person that you talk to in these Epsilon missions. At this point, I was hoping for maybe a little more clarification. She just says some bullshit.
Kiflam. New salute.
And then asks you for $5,000 now. You know, fair price for enlightenment, clearly. How can you put a price on the freedom of your mind? Energy, space, inertia, other confusing words. Shaking my hands in front of your face so you forget about it and send me $5,000. Send me $5,000. You find Marnie a little bit later and she is just like babbling in the desert, talking about being a god, and she keeps saying Kiflam. Everyone says Kiflam. I'm pretty sure that's one of the names for their god, but they also call him Kraft. And there's like another name that I forgot. It'll be, put it on this Put on the screen. Sorry, I'm stupid. The most interesting thing about Marnie specifically is that this isn't the first time we've seen her in a Grand Theft Auto game. See, Marnie was a character from Grand Theft Auto 4, a game I cannot play the theme for because last time I did, they put a copyright claim on my biggest video ever. Thank you so much for that. So instead, please enjoy Jack 2 OST track number 5, Haven City Walking. It's a thumper. Now in Grand Theft Auto 4, you can find a woman sitting on a park bench clearly in distress. Walking by her, she will ask Nico if he has any junk. She's strung out and desperately willing to do anything for money.
Hey, mister.
Yes?
That looks bad.
Hey, mister. You got some junk?
No. See you later.
Hey, mister, come back here. I'll fuck you for $5.
No! What's wrong with you?
I need junk. I need money.
I'll give you some money.
I need junk. More than money. I know a place where we can get some. Will you take me there, mister? Please?
Come on, you know you want to take
Come on,
me
then.
She convinces Nico to bring her somewhere to buy a bag, and along the way, Nico tries his best to convince her and push her on the right path. She's pretty beyond help at this point, so Nico tries to do the next best thing, which is give her money so she's not selling her body on the street. This is all we see of her for a while, and then later in the game, you can come across her and she's in even more distress, having robbed somebody who would now put her in danger, and so she wants Nico's help getting to a station so she can take a train home to her family in the Midwest. Kind of unrelated, but the way she starts talking about how she's not really like this and describing her family to Nico, it feels painfully realistic.
And I'm not really like this.
No? What kind of heroin-addicted prostitute are you like?
I've got a nice family. I'm just fucked up. I've got a mom and a dad, and they're not so bad. I've got to go home.
Where's home?
The Midwest. I mean, it's pretty boring, but this is no life. I mean, look at me. I was a fucking cheerleader once.
Like, whoever wrote this, you did a fantastic job of capturing what it feels like to talk to somebody in this state, pulling from things real people would say. Now, as we're taking Marnie to the station, she talks about her experience of moving to Liberty City, wanting to be discovered by a movie producer, but it not ending up the way she'd hoped. There's not much more to it from there. We drop her off and she seemingly goes home. Later on, you can see she sends Nico an email talking about how she's going into college, she's getting clean. Seems like she's bouncing back and improving her life, but somewhere between 2008 and 2013, there was a deviation from the
OMG.
From the golden path. Marnie made the long trip across the country all the way to Los Santos and became this.
Kiflum!
But how, you may be asking or wondering to yourself. And now I will explain it to you, the man in the box in your house who talks to you about video games and his life. It's me. What if I just reached out of the screen right now at you? Would that freak you out? Are you high? Are you high right now? Don't be scared. Don't freak out. Everyone's gonna know that you're high. I know you got high, and I'm really mad about it. Everyone else is too, they just don't say it. Everyone's mad. Okay, while I don't want to go over every little thing on the Epsilon program website, there are two things that stand out specifically that would appeal to someone like Marnie. Number one, the Epsilon program appealing to those people who want to be famous. And number two, it seems like members of the Epsilon program use drugs that they call vitamins for mind expansion. Notice how my head got big? That was funny. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Someone like Marnie is the perfect victim for their exploitative promises due to her substance abuse problems and desire to be famous. My only question would be, how did she go from selling herself on the streets to being rich enough to join this goddamn cult? It's expensive. That part wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I do have a theory and it does suck. There are things on the website about how female members have to lay with a certain amount of partners. So it's possible that she's come full circle here. Anyway, now she's in a cult and she wants you to go steal cars in the name of God. There are multiple cars you need to pick up before you can progress in the Epsilon program. But as I was driving around, I found a hitchhiker on the side of the road. So I decided to go and pick him up. Now, if your plan is Michael or Franklin, it's not a big deal. You just pick them up and take them where they need to go. But if your plan is Trevor, you will be introduced to the second cult in GTA 5. They're called the Altruists, and at some point during the game, you'll get an email from Ron saying, I just met these altruist cult guys. They got a camp up in the mountains somewhere and will give you cash if you bring them any lost souls who need to be saved. So like kind of human trafficking, but it's for God.
OMG no.
Doing things for God makes them okay. So now, whenever you pick up hitchhikers in the game as Trevor, you can bring them up to the altruist camp instead of their destination and get a little cash. And when you do bring them, they say this every single time.
It is a sign.
It is a sign. It's not clear why they want these people delivered, but Trevor doesn't ask too many questions about it. All we know for sure is that the people we're bringing to the altruists are not making it back out. The altruists also have a mission statement written on their website in Morse code. It boils down to them being old people who hate young people and technology. Oh, and probably eat people and drink blood sometimes, but mostly the old people thing. Drinking blood is just like in there at the bottom. It's kind of a footnote. You can bring pretty much any of the hitchhikers there, but once you've brought 4 up to the camp, then they will try and take Trevor in too. Trevor, in classic Trevor fashion, kills everyone. Just goes in guns blazing and everyone dies. It's not that hard to wipe out a bunch of old naked guys. It goes pretty fast. You just give them an iPhone and tell them to figure out how to turn on the flashlight and they'll have a brain aneurysm. After this, there really isn't a lot more to these guys. You know, I've seen theories online saying how they might be connected to the Epsilon program and how there's these little eye symbols all around that mean something. They probably mean something, but I couldn't really verify any of these connections. I couldn't see the vision. I couldn't see it. But I'll be honest, I didn't see any concrete connection to Epsilon program, and I already have been going way too deep into the Epsilon program stuff, going a little insane about it. So I didn't get insanely deep into the altruist cult and all of their lore. But if you figured out anything else that I didn't, maybe there is a way that they connect to the Epsilon program, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read it. But right now, we gotta go hunt extraterrestrials in the desert with Marnie and knock off Tom Cruise.
What's up, bro?
The fact that they got away with this is crazy. When we show up, they hand us this small device that beeps when you get near an old TV, I guess. Now, I will admit, it does look almost identical to the PKE meter from Ghostbusters, but it's not, you don't understand. It's not that, all right? You just don't get it. We need to find our inner god and locate the extraterrestrials. They're here in the desert.
See you Ace G Night.
You just can't see them with your eyes. You need to see them with your mind. And to not see them is to see them, so you see them. Right there. Right there. Yeah, this doesn't make any goddamn sense, but it's not meant to, I don't think. Most of the time, they just speak in confusing bullshit, so idiots will get confused and give them $5,000. Or find boots in the desert for them, I guess. That's a nice boot. It's a decent boot. In this instance, I will admit, I am the idiot. It is me. But to be fair, I gotta ascend. It's important. I don't understand still what's going on, but I think that means I do, because if you don't understand, you do understand.
But you are not ready.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Then you're ready.
Are you confused? Good. That means you get it. After you're done with all this, you can find Marnie later painting this strange text on a wall that seems to be just a lot of gibberish. Doesn't really feel relevant. At least right now. I got a theory about this, like a very vague theory about this one. When you find her, she tells you that you need to buy Epsilon robes for, I think it was $25,000, and walk around in them in GTA for 10 consecutive days. And I mean, that's just insane. You know what? We're going way too far. No one's even gonna do this stupid shit anyway. Why are we even bothering? So I walked around for 10 consecutive days. This is where shit starts to get weird. When you're walking around in these robes, people will just continue to say to you,
Kiflam. Kiflam, bro.
Kiflam.
what is that? Why are they all saying Kiflam? Everybody is saying this.
OMG, everyone is in the cult, whatever. Or whatever.
Is it like all the people in the GTA 5 world are in on this somehow? I've pretty fairly assumed up to this point that the Epsilon program is just a big scam where people shout confusing things at you for money. But if there's no validity to the religion at all, why does everyone keep saying Kiflam? Why does the time traveler from Red Dead Redemption 2 align so heavily with the depiction of the Epsilon program's god? Why in GTA Online, when you die for the very first time, does the leader of the Epsilon program slowly descend from the heavens upon you and vaguely allude to enjoying the cuck chair. How does the cuck chair play into this mystery? There are important questions at stake right now. Now, I will say, I've been down the rabbit hole. I have heard explanations for all of these things. Like, for example, that people just have respect for the Epsilon program as a religion, you know? It's like when you sneeze and someone says bless you in public. That's kind of religious to say bless you, a sign of respect, a cultural thing. Biting me. But this entire game is a depiction of LA, and I've spent some time there, brother. I promise they are not doing that over there. Why are you loud and yelling at me? What have I done to you? Kiflam, Kiflam, Kiflam. And even then, that's not a really fair analogy. It's more like if you were walking around LA in priest robes, and I promise no one is gonna walk up to you and just say amen. They're probably just going to avoid eye contact with you. Unless you're on the bus, then they might start confessing some things. The time traveler could be a coincidence, maybe. The birthmark was probably a way to identify him both as an adult and as a baby. But why that exact birthmark? And why did he have red hair? Two things that both align with the Epsilon program. The mark of their god and the red hair, meaning they are not of our species or something like that? I'm still kind of confused about the red hair. And there's another character in Red Dead Redemption 2 who has that same birthmark on the eye. I don't know how she factors into all this yet. I'm still kind of confused. And the GTA Online thing, I get why people say that the GTA Online events are probably a different continuity, like an alternate reality to the main GTA game. I actually think it's fair to say that Rockstar just put him in GTA Online because they thought it would be funny, and it doesn't have some like clue to a greater mystery. But with everything else we've seen around this mystery, I wouldn't be surprised if dude just ascended. I was going full conspiracy theorist. I can't get any more tinfoil. I have been informed by my girlfriend I am not allowed to do that anymore. Running out of tinfoil. And
Oh no. Banned. From the foil.
More tinfoil. I have been informed by my girlfriend I am not allowed to do that anymore. Running out of tinfoil. And I say, it's for the video, it's fine. The video will pay for the tinfoil. And then she goes, okay, then go buy more tinfoil. And I forget to do it. And so, not allowed to do that anymore. But you know, why let someone stand in the way of your dream? Why allow yourself to be stopped by those around you, even if they just say that they care about you and want what's best for you and for you to be respectful to your house? I say, not the hero the people deserved, but the one they needed. Tinfoil Man returned when all hope was lost. Tinfoil Man had to tuck it into his pants because it was falling apart. Now, at this point, I started wondering if I could find any more evidence pointing towards the validity of the Epsilon program. Maybe some of the claims they were making were real and true. I thought maybe I'd find more information by not following the quest line itself, but just poking around the map in different areas. I looked around their headquarters, didn't find anything there. I read every single page on their website. It took multiple hours, and on the wiki and on Reddit. Literally every Reddit post ever made mentioning the word Epsilon. Never use Reddit as a search resource unless you are prepared to see anime titties. My family was in the room. I kept finding these little nuggets of information, just small things that might mean something, but never anything concrete. What I did find is that Rockstar used the Epsilon program a lot in their marketing of GTA 5, making a real Twitter account and real website for the Epsilon program, now only accessible through web archives. And it wasn't just GTA 5 they did this with. This is something they also did for GTA San Andreas. The Epsilon program can't just be a small little side story in GTA 5 that they didn't pay a lot of attention to. Whatever it is, whatever the story is here, it's something they've been building and building for 2 decades. And I think it contains a mystery that still has not been solved to this day, with clues in GTA 5 that have somehow been overlooked. Now, I've got some ideas and some theories, obviously, but we can't talk about that until I tell you about the third and final cult in GTA 5, the Children of the Mountain. They are not relevant at all. They charge you $15,200 and they give you a t-shirt, and they make you solve a puzzle that is like a word scramble, and if you do it, it just spells out you are an idiot. That's the whole thing. You can only do it as Franklin. I think they wanted to give every one of the characters a cult to do. I don't know why they gave Franklin the worst one ever. You know, I will give them credit. It might be the funniest one because it does embody that spirit of the Epsilon program where they take advantage of your curiosity and your hunger for more knowledge about the universe and basically call you stupid and take your money. It gets the same point across without the pages and pages of nonsense from the Epsilon program. Seriously, I feel like I put my brain in a blender after reading all of that stuff. Now, the Epsilon program missions from here include delivering a plane, getting a cool medal, running 5 miles through the desert. Yes, you actually have to run 5 miles in the game in the desert while wearing the robes. Finally, delivering over $2 million for the cult's leader, Chris Formage. The money he calls his Apocalypse Fund.
Today, I was speaking with Carpetan in the Paradigm 4. And he said that we should deliver some of the Apocalypse funds to the Cayman Islands.
Ah, Kiflam.
In this cutscene, he talks about having talked to someone in another paradigm. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean. They also think the Earth is only like 158 years old. So I thought maybe paradigms was like periods of this amount of years. And then I started trying to like do math, couldn't figure that part out. Maybe paradigms though means like alternate universes. Anyway, the mission can go one of two ways. Either you stay loyal to the Epsilon program, you just deliver the money as you're told, and then you will be handed the greatest prize any man ever could.
Keflam.
Oh yeah, baby. The best rusty tractor that money can...
Lola lolo.
The greatest prize any man ever could.
Keflam.
Oh yeah, baby. The best rusty tractor that money can pick up from a landfill. Don't underestimate this bad boy either. It can go like 10 miles an hour. And if you're going uphill, 2 or 3 maybe. And alternatively in the mission, you could shoot everyone who breathes in a 5-mile radius and steal the $2 million. But it's really, that's kind of a toss-up, like which reward is better. Like, I mean, what do you want more? Come on. You know, it's really... It's a tough choice. Either way, after this, Marnie will send you a text either congratulating you on becoming a full member of the Epsilon program or scolding you and giving you a path to redemption within the program. Both result in a series of text messages that will allow you to locate the 10 tracts. They take forever to collect and waste your time for seemingly no goddamn reason, something that seems to be their specialty. After finding all of the tracts, Marnie will send you an email with a link to the Epsilon program website, only it's a page on the site that was not previously accessible. On it are paragraphs and paragraphs of nonsense, or at least what looks like nonsense. Now, everything I'm about to say from this point on, purely speculation. I have not found anything concrete, and I could just be insane. I have been digging for like 5 days straight now. I'm sorry if this doesn't make any goddamn sense, but honestly, I'm hoping that at least putting the pieces out there might be relevant and someone smarter than me could figure something out. Now, in short, I don't believe that this document is nonsense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I believe that is intentional and that there is a message hidden within this document meant to be deciphered. And I'm gonna explain to you why I think that. So back when you first go to join the Epsilon program, there's a question in that little questionnaire that specifically stands out to me. Are you able to look at things and see them as metaphors for other things, like trees and eagles? Well, in this big long text, a document called the Complete Tract, one that has been heavily referenced over the years, they talk about eagles, peach trees, doves, and apple trees. And they say it often. They say things like Kraft, who is their god, took the form of an eagle or a peach tree. I feel like these words are placeholders for something else that is trying to tell us something. Like maybe they're referencing things around the GTA 5 map and giving you a guide to unlock more. I know that seems far-fetched and insane. How could we have gone this long without finding something that was within the game? But there's another example of something like this happening with the golden peyotes and finding Bigfoot. There was such an elaborate set of steps that you had to go through and times of day that you had to do things in order to unlock.
Damn. Bro might be into something.
The next step in that mystery. It wasn't discovered until years after the game came out. So maybe there could be something here. And all of the talk of eagles and birds in this text got me thinking about maybe it has something to do with the peyote, which is a plant that you can find around GTA 5 that if you eat, it will turn you into an animal. And there's a set of them that will turn you into birds. It's like a random chance, but you can get an eagle. At least I think. I've not been able to get the eagle. I figured maybe the peyote was part of this process in uncovering more of the Epsilon program mystery. Like I said, I read every single Reddit post mentioning the Epsilon program at all. And I wanted to see if there were some people who had also thought this, and there were a couple, and it didn't seem like they got anywhere pivotal. But what I did find is a very unverified comment from someone saying that they heard from a Rockstar developer, or a Rockstar developer said somewhere, I couldn't find the comment, that you should look towards the vineyard for more clues. I was kind of grabbing at anything at this point, so I went over to the vineyard and there's a bunch of eagles flying above it. So I was thinking maybe I gotta turn into an eagle and then follow these eagles, like fly around with them, and they'll take me somewhere. But I could never turn into an eagle. It was always like a crow or a chicken. I don't want to be a chicken. I want to be an eagle. I swear I've seen people do it online, but I don't know. If you're watching this and have too much free time, go be an eagle, go to the vineyard, come back to me. When I couldn't get the eagle thing to work, I started doing some research online again, just looking for any little resources, any little information that could have helped in this mystery. And what I found were these old YouTube videos of people who found fruit trees in GTA 5, where if you ram into them, most of them don't drop fruit except for a single one of them that does. I scrolled down and read into the comments where it was like, really? Why is a fruit tree now news in GTA? But little did they know, they were unlocking the secrets of the
Lol.
now news in GTA, but little did they know, they were unlocking the secrets of the universe. I couldn't personally make anything happen with the fruit trees, but I figured if I could become an eagle and fly over there, maybe I could eat some of the fruit that had fallen. But I couldn't become an eagle, so I was back to square one. So after this, I went out to lunch with my editor geek and started explaining all of this frantically. And while I was doing so, actually on the drive home from there, I had a brain blast. Chapter 5, Verse 1 of the complete track. Peaches are in fact apples, and they are the tree that was in the lake, that was in the egg, that was near the eagle, that I mentioned up above. He had previously mentioned an eagle above. Lake that was in the egg could potentially be the fountain outside of the maze bank, because it's shaped like an egg and there's a body of water. And then chapter 1, verse 2, they say the dove is money. Maybe the dove represents the bank is the dove. But they did say the lake in the egg was near the eagle, but maybe when they said eagle, they meant dove. Maybe the eagle is the dove. What I really don't understand here is chapter 2, verse 4, where they say, drink from this lake and also water the peach tree, but do not quench the fires that bring the dove, and do not pick the apple that may one day become an eagle, a great eagle who feeds from the lake. I've gone to every lake in the entire goddamn game thinking maybe there's just an actual lake that I need to get to. And there was one that had a peyote next to it on Mount Gordo, but it doesn't turn you into an eagle, so it could be nothing, but it also could be something. And then I remembered that Marnie was writing all of that stuff on the wall before, which seemed like gibberish, but if this wasn't gibberish, then maybe that wasn't gibberish either. Maybe that was a clue. Now in the writing, there's a picture of a dinosaur, and right up next to it, it says fruit tree. Why would it say fruit tree? Maybe they mean, when they say fruit tree, they mean dinosaur. But how does dinosaur play into this? Where's the dinosaur? Maybe there's a dinosaur? I couldn't find a dinosaur. I started backtracking after this, trying to really recontextualize everything with new words, trying to replace words in there in a note document to see if I could make it make any sense. Fruit tree is the dinosaur, the egg is the dove, and it never made any goddamn sense. I couldn't get it to make sense. I've been fighting for days. I feel insane. My hair's starting to come out a little bit when I rub it in the shower. And after all this, I have come to a very important conclusion. I may be susceptible to cultist propaganda. I had to take about a day after writing all that stuff. I hang out with my family, see some trees outside, the real trees, not fruit trees that are doves, that are eagles, and I realize I may have gone too far. I really do believe that there's something here, some pieces that have been overlooked as a part of a grander mystery in GTA 5. But for the life of me, I cannot figure it out. And I think I just have a hard time accepting that all of these missions, all of these collectibles lead to this huge document that has been foreshadowed and talked about for over a decade, only for it to be a huge pile of nonsense. But I realize now that's kind of what cults are. Con men creating an alluring lie, a false promise of something greater, feeding you just enough to keep you digging and donating, only for it to lead to nothing. There's no revelation at the end of the tunnel when ascending up a cult. It just stays confusing. There's just the revelation that it's all a scam. It's not a very satisfying end, and I was really hoping that I could find something new in here, because I thought that would be awesome. But I fear this is the only end I could have reached. And if any of you out there can dig deeper and have the mental fortitude to read this goddamn document over and over and over again, I urge you to, with the help of a mental health professional, give it a shot. I would love to know if there's anything to actually be found in here. But for right now, I'm just gonna accept the truth that it is a bunch of bullshit. And even though it's a bunch of bullshit, I think it's a really solid depiction of how cults will lure you in and trick real people into throwing their lives away. There's so much text, there's so many hints everywhere. It kept making me feel like I was onto something. The whole thing of telling people, if you know nothing, then you know everything, as a way to keep you from questioning. And at the end of the day, it's just, it's fucking funny. GTA is probably the only game that could ever get away with throwing shots at Scientology. I wonder if they got any pushback from Scientology about putting this in the game. I wonder if Tom Cruise showed up and gave them a talking to. Let me know what you think. Is there something more to this that maybe I just wasn't smart enough to figure out? Or am I just drinking the Kool-Aid? But after you do that, click the card right here to go and watch another one of my videos. Thank you so much for 800,000 subscribers. We hit 700,000 on Christmas and then hit 800,000 like a month later. Gaining 100,000 subscribers in a month is crazy. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to the patrons on Patreon for supporting this channel. I'm pretty sad that I didn't get anywhere or like get that revelation. I was really like convinced I was gonna find something, but I hope it was entertaining either way. Click the card. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
That was really good. G Night voice, take care. I love this kind of vids to lemonade. He stopped right before he got it, lololol. Literally, bro. "99 of cult followers stop before they reach ascension. Lolololo. Kiflam. Mita, I wanted some answers. Me too, I wanted some answers. Since he was digging so much. I was like, oh shit, bro might be into something. Lololo. Unravel videos, Brain David. Brian David never saw M before. Maybe yes, but I didn't. The name not sure. Didn't knew the name not sure. Blorp blorp. Like the game can be connected, but we will never know. Also, the Bigfoot thing being discovered years later, this can be also a thing like that. Since a dev said a clue. I wanna watch the serial killer vid too since y'all said it. Shall we? Or for tomorrow? Might be for tomorrow. I liked the channel though, so might be seeing more stuff. My bro does this vampire had stream and be a streamer. Thanks a lot for today. We chat and we saw a vid that was interesting. I hope y'all had a nice time. I had a nice time. I distracted myself and had a great time. Please if possible send the vids Moppy, thanks. My brodas, thanks a lot for being here. For clowning with me. And for y'all time. Hope y'all a nice rest of day or night. Take lots of care. Drink lots of water. Please donate plasma if you can. I will see y'all tomorrow for more fun times and more GTA secrets, yay. Take care again, love y'all, take care. G night or day.